video. Hey.
All right.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's good
Welcome
to see
my
you.
channel. Thank you so
It's
much.
such a beautiful smile.
Thank you.
My name is Troy White. Originally from the States, from Philadelphia, but came here from New York, from Harlem, 10 years ago.
Wow.
In this beautiful city and country.
The most beautiful city in Africa.
Yes, in the world.
In the world. Oh my
in the
God.
world. Freak
Guys,
out.
I've been telling you this
Yeah.
and you think that
Nah.
I was lying.
Nah.
You see?
This is the hottest, dopest, sexiest, coolest, grooviest place.
Wow. So like Trey, you've been in Kenya for 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
or only in Kenya specifically, or you've been exploring other African countries?
Yeah, I've been to 10 other African countries for work and for my basketball team.
Okay.
That I have a basketball foundation, and so we play around different countries and stuff like that. Tournaments.
10 years in Kenya, like what motivated you like to move here? Like
It was originally from my ex-wife's job opportunity
okay.
that brought us and our 2 kids here, and we were here as a family for 4 years.
Wow.
And it was like I fell in love with the country. Like I was just like, this is unbelievable. Like the quality. I always say the quality of life here is
Okay.
just unbelievable. If you got a nice little job, you don't have to make a whole lot of money, but just make a little something. Your quality of life is way better than what it would be in Europe or the States. And at my age, I'm more about quality of life. Oh, I gotta make this money, I gotta do. Like now, I'm more into quality of life.
Okay.
And I believe that Kenya can give you some of the best quality of life.
Exactly, yeah. Kenya is the best, guys. Like, and I feel so nice when, like, you're a foreigner and you come here, you are testing things about Kenya. And also, I made the same, I've been telling people about Kenya. Kenya is the best place to be.
Yes, it is.
So, Troy, how do you rate Kenya in terms of investment? Like, some people some other, like, foreigners always come to Africa to invest. Others just come because of, they like the environment, weather, So, like, how can you rate Kenya in terms of investment? Maybe someone like is watching and is like, you've been here for 10 years and he or she would like to invest in Kenya.
Right.
Yeah.
What I always say, whatever works in the States, whatever works in Europe can work here. So whatever you do, wherever you're at, whether or not you're a hairstylist, whether or not you're a doctor, cosmetic surgeon, lawyer, architect, I don't care what you do, you can do it here and you'll have a better quality of life. So it was like about 4 years ago, roller skating was like in a whole bunch of different rap videos. And it started to become popular again like it was like in the 70s and 80s. And I was like, yo, roller skating rink in Kenya would be dope. So I was talking to some of my friends that got some money to, while we're putting together the plan, 2 other American friends of mine got together and they decided to open up a roller skating rink. So they were fast to the punch. They also felt the same vibe. Now the roller skating rink is killing it. I remember when the first bowling alley came here, maybe 6 years ago, and now there's like 10 bowling alleys in Nairobi. Like whatever you do, whatever works everywhere else can work here.
Sure.
So there's lots of opportunities for people who want to invest in doing different things, whether or not it's real estate or, if you want to start laundromats, whatever that works in the States, it'll work here.
Yeah. Some people like will be learning, oh no, I'm looking into Africa, I can do this, but actually the weather is also nice, right?
Oh, the best weather in the world, because it's never too hot. Now, y'all be complaining about the weather all the time. Oh, it's hot. Like today, I'm sure you think it's hot. Like, it's not hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
No, it's not hot today. Like
It's
it's either
nice.
too hot or too cold for y'all. I'll be walking around in shorts and t-shirts,
Uh-huh.
and y'all have on leather jackets, wool hats, sometimes scarves, and like it's cold. And I'm like, it is not cold. Cold is when you can't get outside your house because the snow has barricaded you in. And then once you get out there, it takes you 5 hours to shovel out your car, but you have to come back inside every 30 minutes because you could die from being frostbitten. Like that's cold. The cold we experience here in this beautiful city. I've worn a sweatshirt 3 times in 10 years.
Oh, wow.
3 times. I've got like damn near 10 coats downstairs, and I've never worn one of them. You know, because it doesn't get cold here. When I tell my friends back home, I don't have an air conditioner in my place. I've never had in the 6 or 7 different places I've lived in all very high-end, expensive places. None of them have AC. And I'm like, because you don't need an air conditioner in Nairobi. You know, maybe 3 or 4 times I've felt like, it'd be nice to have an AC on today. But I know within a couple hours it's gonna cool off and the breeze is gonna come through and I'll be good. You know, that's why I always say Nairobi has the best weather because it never gets too hot, it never gets too cold, and then you feel that breeze right now. Even
So Troy, you've
Yes.
lived here for 10 years.
yes,
How is the cost of living in general here in Kenya compared to America?
I would compare it like people would think that Africa is going to be cheap. Kenya ain't cheap. that one thing I will let you know, Kenya is not a cheap country to live in. To someone in the States, I would tell them it would be very similar to maybe like Charlotte, North Carolina,
Oh,
or
okay.
maybe Raleigh, North
Okay.
Carolina.
Okay. Nice.
Around that range. Things aren't cheap here.
Okay.
But they're still less expensive. Like lots of things are cheap here in regards to like fruits, vegetables are cheaper here than of course in the States. Rent here is cheaper, but it's still not crazy cheap.
Yeah.
Like Johannesburg rent is like crazy cheap.
Yeah.
Kenya, I would never say Kenya's rent is crazy cheap.
Yeah.
Cars are expensive here
Oh, wow.
due to taxes.
Taxes,
They're
yeah.
almost double the amount that they would cost in the States. So a lot of times people drive older model cars because they're a lot cheaper.
Okay.
Manpower though is cheap here. So if you want house help, cook, driver, things of that nature, damn near 20% of what you would pay in the States.
Okay. Then, in the States, there are Walmart stores, $1 stores. Have you seen any in Kenya?
No, not like dollar stores, anything like that, but I would say Carrefour would be the closest thing to like a Target.
Okay.
So I really don't miss Target and Walmart and all those things because Carrefour here kind of is very similar to that. So I can
Okay.
go to Carrefour. I was there yesterday.
Okay.
And you can buy everything there, from
Okay.
your TV to,
Okay.
some lamb
Thank you.
chops.
Thank you.
So Troy, like a lot of people watch us from YouTube or from different continents. Not only in Africa, from America, and they have a perspective like Africa is not safe. That to travel, and I'm like, I can't travel to Africa. I'm not safe there. So what will let you tell them? I just want you to clear the air because you've been here for 10 years, and you know the real part of Africa, the bad and the good. So like, what would you like to tell my family on YouTube that are watching us from different parts of Africa, like let's say America? Yeah.
So I always like to say, because of my business, I'm out a lot, throwing parties and events. I go to a lot of clubs, and I'll walk from like one club to another club or one restaurant to another. It'll be 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Nairobi is safe.
Nairobi is safe.
I will speak
Wow.
Now, I'm not going to talk badly about other countries on this continent. I'll just speak highly about Nairobi. It is very, 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 very safe. Now, in 10 years, and from me being out thousands of times, only one time something happened to me, and that was my fault.
Okay.
And that was, and I think you know what I'm about to say, I got my phone stolen.
Did that happen in around the CBD or you just watched?
No, I was a dumbass.
Oh.
When my family was here, our driver used to always tell me, Mr. Because I like driving with the windows down. That's just, I like fresh air. Mr. White, pull up your window. Someone's going to steal your phone. And my arrogant hood, quote unquote, hood cat, grew up in the hood. I know the streets. Ain't nobody, I would tell you, yo, ain't nobody going to take shit from me, James. Nobody's going to take anything from me. And I always in my mind thought that if I'm in the car and someone takes my phone, I can jump out the car, catch him, beat him down, and get my phone back. That's what I always had in the back of my head. So I'm almost just driving around daring somebody to try to take my phone. So I was coming back from a night out. It was like maybe 1 or 2 o'clock near ABC on Waukee Way.
Yeah.
And I was coming from Lavington and I was heading to Spring Valley. So you know that corner right there, right when you get to Waukee Way?
Yeah.
And it used to be really dark. I was in an Uber, back seat, back left, window all the way down. I'm on social media just chilling. La 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 la. Whoa, yo, what the fuck? I told the Uber driver, I was like, yo, stop. I did my plan, jump out the car, find him, beat him down, get my shit back. Soon as I stepped out the car, dude vanished. Like it's almost like he disappeared.
That's what happens.
And then my dumb behind allowed my ego to get in the way, and we drove around for like an hour, just looking for where I should have gone home. Jumped on my laptop and locked my phone. But by the time I made it home, they had already broken into my phone.
Wow.
And got into it and did whatever they needed to do. So that was my fault. I was being dumb. But that's the worst that can happen to you.
So guys, Nairobi is safe. You just have to
Extremely.
be careful, like, you know.
And if you're black, you normally come from a city where things happen.
Yeah, sure.
Where you're aware of your surroundings.
Yeah,
You
that's
know how to act. You know how to walk the streets and stuff like that. And if you carry that here, it'll totally work.
Just
You know. And that's the only time anything's happened to me, and that was just out of me being dumb and arrogant.
sorry about that.
The reason why I stayed after even going to other African countries, actually moving to London for a couple years, and why I stayed here was because of everything that I've said, the weather, the people,
The weather,
the quality of life,
food.
the opportunities, the fresh food. It's just, and then it's a growing city. You know, when
Yeah,
you
sure.
look around, you see all these new buildings being built.
Nice
You know,
views, yeah, you know.
And it's an advanced city, you know, in regards to technology and the way Kenyans adapted technology. To me, is probably faster than any other people in the entire world. Just a highly advanced country,
Wow.
and I love it.
Yeah, so like you basically mean what you can get in America, you can basically get
Oh,
it here.
easy, yeah, yes.
Very
Only
easy,
thing I
guys.
can't get that I love is a good cheesesteak or hoagie, which is from my city of Philadelphia, where the best ones are made. So I do miss that,
Okay.
you know, and I can't get one here.
So like what do you involve yourself? You know, like do you like have some projects that you are doing apart from just enjoying Nairobi?
Right.
Huh?
So I do marketing and I do events.
Okay, you do a marketing and events.
So I put together marketing strategies for brands here in Kenya. And I do events like parties and concerts and things of that nature.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is the same thing I did in the States.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, do you have a platform like where people can find you? You know, when someone is watching and you want to relate with what you are doing.
Yeah, they can just hit me on IG. I'm very accessible.
Okay.
Very accessible. Because I like to always say everywhere I've gone, whether or not college, when I worked in the music business for Sony in the States, when I had my own marketing company in the States, coming here, God always opened up doors for me through people.
Sure.
So I'm always here to open up doors for me. Pass on. When you bless, you're supposed to pass on those blessings.
Yeah.
You know? So people can reach me, Troy _ Groovy. That's GROOVY _white on IG.
On Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, Troy is an amazing guy, and you have been doing a lot of interviews. You've been watching him doing a lot of interviews with people, and
Actually trending now. Did you see the one with me saying don't fuck with Kenyans on social media?
and I feel so nice because like he's portraying a good image of Africa, which is true, not like it's just something like to make so that you'll be relevant. It's very, very, very true. Right? Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever trended.
So like you can check him on Instagram, and if you need like to reach out about the you said the traveling, right?
Yes. So myself and Austin have put together kind of like a travel kit for Kenya.
Okay.
So they can reach out to us, and we can totally lay out their schedule from, you know, Airbnbs to going to the coast, to safaris, to restaurants, to clubs, VIP in those areas, places to go, what to do, the whole bit. So yeah.
Do people like get that interest, like, oh Troy, I want to visit, and what's the review that they give you after visiting?
So I've had maybe close to 350 people visit me from either the States, the Caribbean, or Europe over the past 10 years. And I love to say this point, let's just say the cold number is 350. Every last one of them was like, oh my gosh, what a beautiful country. Oh, the people are so cool. They're so kind. The food, the weather, just everything. Like, I've never gotten like a C ranking, or maybe the lowest ranking might be a solid B.
Wow.
But the majority of rankings are like A, A-, B+. And these are from people who've traveled the world, you know, and they're like, yo, I literally have 3 of my boys moving here within the next 2 years. Once they retire, they're planning on moving here. I've got a female friend of mine that I've known since college. She's already moved here, and she came here to visit me like 6 years ago, fell in love with the country, and now she's here. Like, I've got just, I like to feel like I'm the unofficial African American ambassador for Kenya.
Which is nice.
I don't need a title. I just need to spread the gospel on how beautiful this place is.
Yeah.
You know.
Which is good. Thank you so much for spreading the gospel of Africa. We say thank you, we Africans. And we would like to also welcome whoever is wanting to visit. You're from America, any place like you could want to visit. Africa is very nice. Africa is very safe. So Troy, what's your favorite food now? I know right now you can
Kenyan
eat.
food?
Yeah.
All right, so I like moki mu. It's like I never had it before I came here. Never had it before. I love moki mu. I can eat moki mu every day.
Oh wow.
And choma I love, as long as it's not overcooked. Kenyans or Africans tend to overcook meat, like where it's just dark all the way through. I like a little redness in mine. So when I have my choma, I like it a little red on it. As long as it's a little red on the inside, I love my choma. But those two things. But I've also found I like herbs lots of like natural herbs that I take. I take damn near like 15 herbs and vitamins a day. And here, baobab, from the baobab tree, that fruit, I take the powder every day. I also use the oil from the baobab. Moringa, I started taking since I've been here. My man, how you doing, boss? So there are lots of like natural herbs here that I've adapted into my diet that has helped me stay healthy, vibrant, and young. I'll give you a little funny story. Last September, I was in the States and I needed to get my passport redone. So, passports every 10 years. So I was 58 getting it redone. And I was looking at my 48-year-old American picture of when I was living in America. And I was like, I even put it on social media. I love making fun of myself because I be messing up all the time. I was like, what the hell is going on? I said, look at the picture on the left. This is 48-year-old American Troy. Why does he look like the 58-year-old Kenyan Troy's daddy? Like, it was crazy. I was just like, this is stress, overweight, improper eating, just American stress, and this is proper Kenyan quality of life living. I look better now at 59, as I just turned 59 2 weeks ago. I look better at 59 than I did at 40. That's crazy. Like, this is crazy. That's almost 20 years.
Yeah, sure.
And if you were to see pictures of me at 40, this Troy, way better and healthier.
And it's Kenya changing even more.
Yep.
Guys, so if you really want to grow young, you know where to come.
You'll go backwards in age. you will.
Yeah. So many people people watch and sometimes they don't believe about Africa things, and many people always think Africa, all African countries, like it's all about fighting, like people are not in peace,
Right.
So like what do you attest? Like have you been here when it's election time? You've been here when people are doing riots, and I know right now you love our president. So what can you tell people, like what can you give during like politics or people in a rioting?
So, we just recently had protests, and my friends, it was all over.
Yeah,
the
we
news
recently
in the
had
States.
protests. Yeah,
And my friends are watching it on CNN and stuff like that in the States, and they call me, "Yo, you alright? I see shit's popping off over there. You alright? You alright?" I'm like, listen, I'm totally cool. And I even had my mom here, and she's 78, and she loves Kenya. And during the protests, I would tell my friends, I was like, yo, listen, we need to learn something from these MFers, because when they protest with reason, and they protest with strategy. And strategies I've never seen anybody do. Like, and that's why I always say Kenyans, when it comes to tech, when it comes to communicating on social media, it's the giant of the world. Because they weren't just like burning down and breaking into places haphazardly. They had a list of who owned those places, and who they were and what their policies were, and it was, everything was, it was so organized. I never seen it. And I grew up in the States where we protest all the time and riot all the time, but I'd never seen strategy like that. Like, y'all could give global lessons on how to properly protest. I don't mind it. I would prefer to deal with the protest here than deal with some of the riots and things that take place in the States. Just because it's done with purpose and a lot of strategy, and it's no wasted energy at all, So I take my hat off to Kenyans on that. Like, when it comes down
Troy
to
is
that,
in Kenya, like you know, you have a Kenyan name right now.
yeah, I was given because the majority of my friends are Lules and Luyas, and not by purpose. It just so happened to be that way. Like the ones that are almost like family, and they gave me Otieno.
Otieno is a Luo name. I do some more like they're stubborn people. Not
Those are the majority of my friends and Lules.
Yeah, Otieno. Hey, Otieno in the building. That is a nice name.
I was like, okay, I can rock with Otieno.
So they chose it from Luo because Otieno is from Luo tribe.
Yeah. I think they cook the best ugali, and I'm not a big ugali fan. And Kenyans, don't get mad at me for saying that, all right? Don't get mad at me because I'm not a big, like, I'll eat it. If I came to your crib and that's what you were serving, I wouldn't be like, oh, no, I don't eat it. No, I will eat it. But I like to count calories. And to me, if I put something in my body, it has to, my tongue has to be like, it tastes so good. And that doesn't do it. Although Lules to me fix like the best ugali. I don't know why.
We have a white and brown.
I prefer the brown.
The brown.
Yeah. I don't know why, but it's a little sweeter. It just tastes a little better. But don't come after me for saying that, all right? Only negative thing I said about Kenya. And that wasn't even negative.
No,
I just don't like. I'm just not down with ugali.
No, he's been honest. Like, some people who don't like it and.
You know, I know I'm gonna still catch some crap for that, but it's alright. I like everything else.
Oh my God! So continue preaching about Africa, mostly in Kenya. Like Kenya, good people, and
Yes.
we like to encourage a lot of people to travel here. Kenya is safe. You will like meet your expectation. Everything is nice. What you are. From where like you come, you have to stick here.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Things work.
Yeah, things
Like
work.
you fly in, especially if you're coming from the States. You can take Kenya Airways, which I love. Direct. It's the only direct flight from the States to Nairobi, from New York. 14 and a half hours. Boom, land. Airport is nice. It has Wi-Fi. Uber works here. Go through immigration, call your Uber, go outside, Uber picks you up, takes you to a 5-star sexy hotel. That night you can go to a 5-star restaurant. From there you can go to a 5-star club. Like it's like living anywhere else, and like
Yeah, sure. And people are friendly.
yeah,
Like,
it's just hot. Like things work here.
Yeah, you don't have to strain, guys.
And it's not like, I won't name any other countries because I don't want nobody coming after me. But a lot of other countries in Africa, for expats, there's only like 2-3 hotels where they're up to like an expat standards, and maybe like 5-6 restaurants, you know, that are high end and very sexy. Maybe 2 clubs, 3 clubs where you could go to. Nairobi, there's 100 hotels, hundreds of restaurants. There's a plethora of places to go to where you can enjoy,
Parks.
and you don't get tired of going to the same places all the time. There's always new restaurants, always new clubs, always new bars, always new hotels, you know, that are opening up here, like all the time. You know, so I love that about Nairobi, because you never get tired of going to the same places.
And you never get bored.
Nah, it's always something popping.
Vibes.
Vibes on vibes, yo.
People should book your ticket and come to Kenya. Hey, Troy, thank you so much for your time. It was nice having you.
Thank you.
And thank you so much. Like positivity all the way. At least, guys, I've changed your mind. You know, like whenever I tell them, at least you know, like you've been here for 10 years, and the way I've asked you a few questions, and from your honest opinion, we saying it's what you're gonna expect. Yeah.
100%.
100% sure. So thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate so much, and yeah.
No, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. And anytime you need me, I got you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Bye guys, and see you in my next video.